Hi students, welcome you all to iGenius Online Academy. This is your Kiran Kumar, Maths faculty. Guys, today we are going to do functions in that domain. Already in the previous class I told you what is the domain and what is the range of a function. Now today, especially we are going to do domain and tricks and shortcuts in that. So how to find out a domain if question is given. So yes, for this question to find out the domain, so I need this trick. So then only I'll get answer very easy. So such type of keys I am going to tell you today now, guys. As the students who are listening for the first time and coming for the first time for the class, so let me introduce myself. This is Kiran Kumar T. I'm a maths faculty for IIT mains and advanced level. I'm a postgraduate from IIT Madras. My unique way of teaching is by strengthening the basics of the students. I'll take the student to mains and advanced level. Total I have 12 years of experience. I worked in an academy also. I worked in Akash, Fiji, in various states I work, and then now I'm working in New Vision also. Okay guys, so this is about me. Yesterday what I told you, what is the domain and what is the range, these two definitions are over already. So we talked about, and with different examples also we solved it. Now set of objects or values for which the function is well defined is called the domain of the function. This is the second definition of the function. Yesterday what I told you, that if a function f from a to b is given, then a is nothing but the domain and b is nothing but the codomain, and outputs are nothing but the range values. Okay, so I told you what is domain, range and codomain. If you missed that class, please go back and see the yesterday's class, guys. Now here today is the second definition. If function is directly given like this, f of x, a function is given directly, then what is the domain of that function? What is the definition for the domain of that function? Means here f from a to b, a and b both are not given to us. Just a function is given. F of x is equal to, for example, f of x is equal to, it may be 1 by x plus 1, or f of x is equal to square root of x square minus 4, or f of x is equal to, maybe in the denominator, x plus 1 by square root of x square minus 16. So if functions are given like this, where the denominator is given, the numerator is with the square root, where the denominator is with the square root, or a logarithm function, if such type of functions are given, then he will not mention what is the a and what is the b. F from a to b is there, no? In already cheppanu kada f from a to b ani. A is domain, B is codomain, and B ki subset A లోపల ఏదైతే ఉంటుందో దాని range అంటాం, outputs ఉన్నాయి. So here for those questions he gave A, but here we need to find out A. A means what here? Domain. Domain మనం find out చేయాలి. ఎలా find out చేయాలి అంటే different functions కి మనం domains ఎలా find out చేయాలనే దానికి మీకు key points తీసుకొని వచ్చానమ్మా to find out the domain. So quickly ఒకసారి మనం అంతా చేసేద్దాము. Right, first of all, if function is given like 1 by f of x form, ఫంక్షన్ ఎట్లా ఇచ్చాడు, రేంజ్ గురించి నేను ఇప్పుడు చెప్పట్లేదమ్మా, ఈ రోజు క్లాస్ ఓన్లీ డొమైన్ మీద ఉంది కాబట్టి ఓన్లీ డొమైన్ గురించే మీకు చెప్తున్నాను. రైట్, ఓకే గైస్, సో డొమైన్ గురించే మనం ఈ రోజు మాట్లాడుకుందాం. సో కీ పాయింట్స్ టు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ ద డొమైన్. 1 by f of x form is given. 1 by f of x అంటే ఇది 1 by denominator is a function, f of x equal to x plus 1, denominator is a function like this. 1 by f of x అంటే 1 by x plus 1 అని ఇచ్చాడు. దీనికి డొమైన్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయమంటాడు. అప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి అని అంటే, డొమైన్ ఈస్ ఆర్, దిస్ ఇస్ మైనస్ సింబల్, దిస్ బ్యాక్ స్లాష్ ఇస్ దేర్, నో, దిస్ ఇస్ మైనస్ సింబల్. యూ నీడ్ టు రైట్ సెట్, ఒక సెట్ రాయాలి. అంటే ఆల్ ద రియల్ నెంబర్స్ లో నుంచి మీరు కొన్ని ఎక్స్ వాల్యూస్ ని సబ్ట్రాక్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు. విత్ ఎక్స్ వాల్యూస్ వేర్ ద డినామినేటర్ బికమ్స్ 0. డినామినేటర్ ఎక్కడైతే 0 అవుతుందో ఆ ఎక్స్ వాల్యూస్ ని మీరు రిమూవ్ చేయాలి. ఓకేనా? సో ఆల్ ద రియల్ నెంబర్స్, remove those x values where the denominator becomes 0. So that is all the real numbers except those x values where f of x becomes 0. That is the shortcut for if the question is given like 1 by f of x, find out the domain of the function. Second one, if it is given like square root of f of x, అంటే స్క్వేర్ రూట్ లోపల ఒకవేళ ఫంక్షన్ ఇచ్చాడు అనుకోండి ఇలాగా, square root of x square minus 4. Okay, so you will ask find out the domain of this function, particular function, square root of x square minus 4. So when question comes like this, then what to do? Directly we should take whatever the function is given inside the square root, whatever the function is given inside the square root, that must be always greater than or equal to 0. So we should take x square minus 4 greater than or equal to 0. So this is the sudden thing we should get in your mind. Whenever a square root is given and inside that a function is given, we should find out what is a function where it is always greater than or equal to 0. We need to find out all those x values where x square minus 4 means that inside the square root function is greater than or equal to 0. If you do like that, then definitely you will be getting the domain. So that's what I have written. We need all those x values where f of x is greater than or equal to 0. The third one is 1 by root f of x. The root f of x is given in the denominator. Like this. Question may be like this. So here numerator may be any polynomial, but denominator is having square root. So whenever it is having square root in the denominator, inside the square root whatever the function is there, that is x square minus 16, that must be strictly greater than 0. Sir, why strictly greater than 0? Here if it is under the square root, you told that x square minus 4 greater than or equal to 0, you said equal to symbol is also there, but suddenly why you are saying since it is in the denominator greater than 0? Because since it is in the denominator, denominator should not be 0, no? The first property what I told, denominator should not be 0. If denominator becomes 0, then it becomes undefined. We need what by the definition? Set of values for which the function is well defined. Where the function is well defined, for those x values can be considered as the domain of the function. So where the function is well defined means if function is in the denominator should not be 0, then function will be well defined. Function is given inside the square root, that function must be greater than or equal to 0, then only the function will be well defined. If the function is given in the square root and in the denominator, then that must be strictly greater than 0. That must be strictly greater than 0. Then only the function will be well defined. Okay guys, these are about general functions. Okay, but if logarithm function is given, maybe some of you are not aware of logarithm functions, but inside the functions domain is needed, no? So that's why I need to teach you about the logarithm function. I'm not going to teach you everything about the logarithm. Some domain related parts only I'm going to discuss here. So here logarithm is having always two parts. Logarithm function is having always two parts. One part is variable part f of x. First place is f of x and second place is base, that is g of x. So logarithm is having two places. One is variable place f of x and base place g of x. So both can be in terms of x also. So when this function will be well defined, when the logarithm function will be well defined, it is well defined by the three conditions. First condition, that this f of x is there, no? That f of x must be greater than 0. So we will take first f of x greater than 0. So here, from here we will get some x values. Sir, how to get x values here? That I will teach you when I solve the problems. Okay. So let me solve the problems later. But let me tell you what are the properties first of all such that logarithm function is well defined. So logarithm function is well defined if this variable place is greater than 0, then I will get some x values. For example, I got x as set a. And second one, that the base is there, no? Base also must be greater than 0. Base is what here? G of x. G of x must be greater than 0. So if g of x is greater than 0, then you will get some more x values from here. How to get later I will explain. Okay. So third one is very, very important one, that the base value should not be equal to 1 for the logarithm function. Means g of x should not be is equal to 1. So if it is not equal to 1 means we have to remove some x values where we can't take x value. So x not equal to maybe some a comma b comma c. We got some three values here. Then what is the final answer for the domain? What is the final answer? We should take the intersection of a set, b set, and from that we need to remove this ABCs if there are ABCs inside the intersection. So what is the at last? X belongs to set A intersection B. We'll get A intersection B as a set or interval. From that you need to remove this A comma B comma C. Where this base is becoming 1, those x values we need to remove from the intersection of A and B. So this is the way to find out the domain of the logarithm function also, guys. So for this you need wavy curve also. So when time comes, definitely I will be teaching with the wavy curve also. But whatever is required, small things there are some small things we need required to find out the domain. So those things will be covered here. Let us move forward quickly to the problems, guys. So first I will give you very simple problem. That is, first example, let f from a to b is a function where f of x is equal to 1 by x. Then find the domain of the function. What is the domain of the function? What is the function here? F of x equal to 1 by x. Now when a question is given and is asking about the domain, so what is the thing, key point should come in your mind? Since here it is in the denominator, which is in the denominator, x is in the denominator, the denominator should not be 0. That's what I told you now, guys. Now what I told you here, the denominator should not be 0. Where it becomes 0, those x values must be removed from all the real numbers. So here, where the denominator becomes 0, x is equal to 0. If I take x value as 0, denominator becomes 0. So I have to remove 0 from where? From all the real numbers. So that's why, what is the domain of the function? Domain of f is all the real numbers except set. In this set, what should I write? Where for which values of x denominator is becoming 0, those x values should be written here. At which x values the denominator is becoming 0? At x equal to 0. That's why we should write only 0 here. Or if I give one more example here, that f of x is given as 1 by x minus 2. Find out the domain as said. The question is, find out the domain of the function is what? Then what to do? As I said now only, that domain is nothing but all the real numbers. Domain is nothing but all the real numbers except those numbers where the denominator becomes 0. So where the denominator becomes 0, denominator is here x minus 2. So make it 0. So x minus 2 becomes 0 at x equal to 2, no? So we don't take 2 in the domain. Should not take 2 in the domain. So that's why from all the real numbers I am removing 2 here. That's why r except 2 is the domain of the function. Any doubt in this, guys? We'll do some more problems now. Second question. F is from a to b is a function where f of x is x plus 1 by x plus 3 into x minus 5. So numerator we don't have any problem because there is no square root, nothing. But denominator, as I said, denominator should not be 0. Where it becomes 0, those x values we have to remove from all the real numbers. So that's why I'll write here x plus 3 into x minus 5. Where it becomes 0, I'll find out those x values first. So either this is 0 or this may be 0. So if x plus 3 is 0, then x equal to how much, guys? Minus 3. Where x minus 5 is equal to 0, then x equal to how much, guys? 5. So where the denominator becomes 0, at x equal to minus 3 and 5. At minus 3 also it will become 0 denominator. At 5 also the denominator becomes 0. So domain is what now? What is the domain? As I said, domain is always all the real numbers. But from those real numbers you need to remove those x values where the denominator becomes 0. So here at minus 3 and 5 denominator becomes 0. That's why I am removing from the real numbers minus 3 and 5. So we should write as a set. It is set of minus 3 comma 5. Don't write it as all the real numbers except minus 3 comma 5 with open brackets or closed brackets. That is very wrong. Why? Because this represents an interval. This represents what set? The set means there are only two elements, minus 3 and 5. But this is an interval. Interval means what? All the real numbers from minus 3 to 5. How many real numbers are there from minus 3 to 5? Infinitely many numbers are there. There is a lot of difference between infinitely many numbers and only two numbers. So that's why we should not write like this. We should write always a set symbol. Okay, guys? So here answer is what, guys? All the real numbers except minus 3 and 5. So this is the answer. Right, guys? Third question. Let f from a to b is a function where f of x is equal to square root of x minus 1. Then find the domain of the function. I told you already that if the function is under the square root, what is under the square root? X minus 1 is under the square root. then what we should take? What we should take? That under the square root, whatever is given, the total value must be greater than or equal to 0, I said. So x minus 1 greater than or equal to 0. So this is x greater than or equal to 1. X greater than or equal to 1 means what? X is from 1 to infinity. All the real numbers more than or equal to 1 means x belongs to all the real numbers, or you can write closed 1 comma infinity. All the real numbers from 1 to infinity. That's why closed 1, including 1 to infinity. That's it. This is the answer, guys. Okay. So if you face any problem to write 1 to infinity, I have given the explanation how to write it. As I told you that under the square root, it must be greater than or equal to 0. First step is that. Then bring this minus 1 to right side, it becomes plus 1. So x greater than or equal to 1 means here 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on, infinity is there. We want more than or equal to 1. So 1 to infinity. What is the end point? More than or equal to 1 means 1 to infinity. So from 1 to infinity, we can write the interval as 1 to infinity. Closed 1 to infinity is the domain. Okay, guys. So let us move for one more example. Yes, fourth one. F from a to b is a function where f of x is nothing but square root of x square minus 1. Then find the domain of the function. Yes, this is the question. How to solve this? Now only I told you. Tell me the answer, guys, for this. Yes, I am giving you time, 1 minute time. Within 1 minute, try to solve and give the answer in comment box. Solve the question and give the answer in comment box. What is the domain? Since it is under the square root, whatever the function is there under the square root, that must be greater than or equal to 0. So here the hint is x square minus 9 greater than or equal to 0. So after this you can write it fast. Got it? Yes, guys. X square minus 9, x square minus 3 square. This is a square minus b square formula, which is a plus b into a minus b. So x minus 3 into x plus 3 greater than or equal to 0. So x belongs to minus infinity to minus 3 closed bracket union closed 3 to infinity. Sir, how we got this? From here to here, how we got? This is called wavy curve method. This is called wavy curve method. We should know wavy curve method. Then only we can write directly answer from minus infinity to minus 3 union 3 to infinity. Okay. So this is about fourth question. Then let me explain what is that wavy curve and all. See, this x square minus 9 greater than or equal to 0. Greater than or equal to 0. Yes, I can write this 9 as 3 square. So a square minus b square formula, a minus b into a plus b greater than or equal to 0. Then I got directly answer minus infinity to minus 3 union 3 to infinity. Generally what happens when you write this on wavy curve, means on a real line, if you want to take the values, then take where it becomes 0, where x minus 3 becomes 0, where x plus 3 becomes 0. Where x minus 3 becomes 0, when x minus 3 becomes 0, at x equal to 3. Where x plus 3 becomes 0, where it becomes 0 at x equal to minus 3. So at x equal to minus 3 and plus 3, this x square minus 9 is becoming 0. So we need to trace them. We need to trace them on the x-axis. So in ascending order, first minus 3, then plus 3. Okay. So start with the right side one. Start with the right side one. So right side one. So this total real line is divided by these 2 points in 3 parts. This is the first part, 3 to infinity. Second part is minus 3 to plus 3. Second part. Third part is minus infinity to minus 3. So it is totally divided into 3 parts. So let us take the rightmost part. Start with positive. Change the sign alternatively. Plus, then minus, then plus. Positive, negative, positive. If you draw the curve, positive curve, this is positive curve, this is negative curve, and this is positive. So I'll write negative here. This is negative. So this is called, guys, actually wavy curve. Okay. So here we need greater than or equal to 0. Greater than or equal to 0 means what, guys? Positive. So we need positive region. So what is the positive region? This is the positive region. This is the positive region. Above the x-axis is the positive region. So wherever you got positive, take those two regions and write the answer. So our answer is from minus infinity to minus 3, first region, and 3 to infinity, that is the third region. So that's where our answer is x belongs to minus infinity to minus 3 union 3 to infinity. Actually, you need to learn Wavy curve separately. There are a lot of ways to solve the questions. Why? Because here these are the simple factors. That's why we got answer very easily. Otherwise, if powers are different or modulus is given, logarithm is given inside the question, then definitely we should know the methods, then only we can solve correctly. So this alternative sign change won't work for all. Alternative sign changes will work only if the powers are odd. Here power is 1, here power is 1, that's why here we can use alternative sign changes, plus minus. Okay guys, so answer is this. Let me show you the graph also for this. For this question we will do same Wavy curve question. It is also, yes. How to solve this question, guys? Find out the domain of the function, he said. So since it is under the square root, whatever is under the square root, this is under the square root, that must be what, guys? Totally greater than or equal to 0. So x plus 1 into x minus 3 by x into x minus 4. You can have some doubt, sir. This x into x minus 4 is in the denominator, no? So then you said denominator strictly greater than 0. Okay. But here, if denominator is only having square root, what I said, it is 1 by square root of f of x. Means if only denominator is having square root, then we will take denominator separately. But here, numerator, denominator, total function is inside the square root, under a single square root. So that's why we should not consider this is denominator, the numerator, and this is the numerator. The total function is inside the square root. Maybe that function is having bys, multiplications, powers, doesn't matter for us. So entire function is inside the square root. That's why that entire function must be greater than or equal to 0. So from here Wavy curve starts. So what are the numerators? What are the denominator points? So we write them as vanishing points, minus 1 and 3. And what are the discontinuous points? Discontinuous means where denominator becomes 0, 0 and 4. So we'll trace them on a real line from minus infinity to plus infinity in ascending order. Minus 1, 0, 3, 4. Alternative sign changes, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. You should know already what is Wavy curve, and only we can solve this easily. Otherwise, you feel very difficult. Whatever I am writing, you are unable to understand if you don't know the method of Wavy curve. So I felt that you know already Wavy curve method. That's why we have started functions and we are teaching them. Okay, guys. And if you don't know Wavy curve method, please leave some message in the comment box such that I can take 2 more classes on the Wavy curve also. Next to 2 classes I can take on Wavy curve. If you don't know Wavy curve, why? Because in functions we need to find out the domain range. We need Wavy curve method. So really, if you don't know, please leave the message such that I can take the class on Wavy curve. Right, guys. So here greater than or equal to 0 means we need positive. Greater than means positive. Here this is positive. Here this is positive. So x belongs to what, guys? Minus infinity to minus 1, closed, union, open 0 to closed 3, union, open 4 to infinity. That's it. Where it is, guys? Yes, it is in the third option, C. Sir, why you have used here closed bracket, here closed bracket, here but open bracket, here open bracket? Why? Because at 0 and 4, the denominator is becoming 0. If the denominator is becoming 0, we should not take those values. That's why I made here open bracket, here open bracket. This also will come inside the Wavy curve. Okay, there we explain why we should exclude those 2 points. Okay, guys. So see this, as I told you, greater than or equal to 0. So numerator, denominator points I have placed here, and I made positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. You need only positive region. So positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. If you want, you can make the curve, otherwise no need. Only regions also we can say yes, first region, second region, third region. The regions we can write here. Okay, but if you make wave, then it will come like this. So what is this method, guys? This is wavy curve method. If you want this wavy curve method, please leave in the comment box so that I can take the classes. Right, guys? So next question. The domain of the function log 9 minus x square base x. Yes. I'll change the sketch color that it is visible to. Okay, guys. After this, I'll be giving you some more homework questions where you can solve those questions very easily. Okay, and the answers leave in the comment box. Otherwise, Telegram channel is there, no? There I'll keep the answers. And this PDF will be shared with you in the our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. Please go through that and subscribe, join it, and please subscribe the channel, like the video, and share with your friends such that more student comes. Then I'll get energy. Then I'll come with some good tricks and shortcuts to find out JEE problems very easy. Okay, guys. Now, if logarithm function is given, then how to solve? If logarithm function is given, then how to solve? Yes. F of x is equal to log. Two places are there, I said, no? That is log. One place is f of x, other place is g of x. So here in the f of x place 9 minus x square is there. In the g of x place x is there. Okay. But what are the conditions? Such that logarithm function is well defined. Then it is well defined. Then f of x is greater than 0. G of x is greater than 0. And g of x is not equal to 1. That's what I am writing. F of x greater than or greater than 0. G of x greater than 0. And g of x not equal to 1. These are the conditions. One by one we are going to solve now. First one, f of x must be greater than 0. What is in the place of f of x? 9 minus x square. That is 9 minus x square. Okay, I am not taking this is small f of x. I am taking this as capital f of x. Sir, why? Why? Because here already small f of x is given. You get confusion, the problem. That's why I took this as capital F of. Okay, right. So capital F of x, this place must be greater than 0. Now bring this x square right side and 9 right side. Then what you get? 0 greater than x square minus 9. So we can rewrite this as x square minus 9 less than 0. This is x minus 3 into x plus 3 less than 0. From here x belongs to minus 3 comma 3. This answer from here to here how I got? By wavy curve method. Okay, guys. So I am able to write answer directly. So this is the first answer we got. This is the first answer. So what is the second condition? That this base is there, no, g of x. This is g of x. This base also must be greater than 0. Means g of x is greater than 0. G of x is what? X. So x is greater than 0. X greater than 0 means x belongs to 0 to infinity. Okay. This is the second answer. Then what is the third condition? I said important condition. I said what is that? The base should not be equal to 1. So g of x not equal to 1. What is g of x? X. X not equal to 1. Means first of all we will take the intersection of 1 and 2. This is 1 and this is 2. I'll take the intersection of both. From that I have to remove those x values where g of x is becoming 1. So at x equal to 1 g of x is 1. We don't want 1. Okay, so that's why we should remove this 1 from the total answer. So x belongs to 1. What is 1? Minus 3 comma 3. Intersection 2 is what? 0 comma infinity and except 1. So x belongs to, what is the intersection of minus 3 comma 3 and 0 comma infinity? Here only positives are there, here negatives also there. So we take only positives from where to where? Till 3. So this is open 0 comma 3 except 1. Except 1. This is the correct answer, guys. But sometimes the answer may not be given like this. Means the answer may be given in a different way. X belongs to open 0, 3 except 1 means from the interval. This is the interval, guys. 0 and 3 is the interval. In between 1 is also there, 2 is also there. Okay, right. So from 0 to 3 we got the interval. Entire this line we got. This entire line we got. Now from that entire line, we need to remove only one number. What is that number? 1. Should remove the number. Then what I'll do? I'll cut the interval at 1. I'll remove this one. I'll remove this one. Then what happens? When you remove this one, then gap happens. Now this 0 to 3 total line will be divided into 2 separate lines. First line is 0 to 1. Second line is 1 to 2. So that's why I can write x belongs to 0 to 1 and 1 to 2. We should 1 to 3. We should unite these two. That's why I'm writing here in between union. So 0 to 1 union 1 to 3 is also correct answer. So that's why our answer is fourth option, guys. Yes, guys. Any doubt in this? Clear? Right. So I'm going to give you some more examples to solve the questions, guys. So take those examples. So I told you square root, denominator square root, a function in the denominator, and a logarithm function. Okay. So some more questions I'm going to give you as homework. Please follow the Telegram link, guys, and please subscribe the channel and like the video. Please share the video with your friends, and such that some more students will come and join and they'll enjoy the free classes of iGenius Maths, guys. Okay, guys, that's all for today. See the solution and the next question, that is the homework question, guys. You can write this. I can leave now. So please solve this question. This question will be discussed in tomorrow's class also. So that's all for today. Bye, guys. Thank you. Bye. Please don't forget to subscribe the channel, like the video, and share the video, guys. Thank you. Bye.